Hello everybody, welcome to the Chessbait Drivecast, the one-stop shop for kind of controversial topics and kind of controversial opinions. Okay, so today, yes, you see the title. Genuinely, we need to talk about this. I haven't really properly addressed it, even though I made a quote-unquote Drivecast about the same topic early this season. What the fuck is going on with gun control? Like, I'm not even joking at this point. I'm looking at the news. I'm listening to freaking Philly D talk about the most recent school shooting that happened over this weekend. No. First of all, YouTube, I don't care if you demonetize this. We need to get these words out. People do not deserve to own guns like this. Like, look, I'm a person who, honestly, I'm fine with I'm perfectly fine with private gun owning. As in, if you have the license and if you keep it at home, then I could not give a fuck about, holding a gun. So, considering you need to protect your home, it seems to be important. Fine. That's fine. On the other hand, if you're having to deal with I'm sorry, I'm just really frustrated right now. If you're having to deal with guns in public, especially by people who are not of the right mind or not of the right age, and well, sometimes, and certainly not of legal consent or of legal means, why are we allowing people to die like this? I don't understand. At this point, people who are against putting some kind of restrictions on gun control might as well just say we don't care about human lives, because they really don't. Look, I can get political and talk about, Democrats have their own agenda, Republicans have their own agenda, but considering that there's actually bipartisan support for once on limiting, what should be allowed, I'm surprised that Republicans actually were willing to do something about this, considering that a lot of them are backed by the NRA. For certain people who are not, as well informed about politics or just don't want to get into politics, the NRA is essentially one of the big corporations that, I don't really know if it's a corporation. It's more just a group of people that like to fund certain political groups, so that way those people put into power allow essentially unlimited freedom in terms of anything Second Amendment related. And the issue is, oh boy, a lot of Republicans probably aren't the most for guns. Like they're probably fine with it. I mean, I was fine with it until, I was considering all the fucking mass shootings happening. But, dude, I'm just sick and tired, man. Congress, please do something about this. Like, don't just stand there on your stupid asses. And I'm about to fucking crash into this car. You guys are hella slow. Like, don't just sit on your asses thinking that it's going to be perfectly fine, thinking that in this perfect world, I just keep thinking that's a police car, and I keep getting fucking scared. No. Stop sitting in your high horse and thinking that everything's going to be perfectly fine, because if you couldn't tell right now, I know that you're not sending your children to these schools, because God knows that you're going to protect your kids at all costs. Do you not care about, the children of the people that actually cast your ballots? Because from this perspective, it seems like you don't seem to care. And it's kind of frustrating to think that at one time, it seems frustrating to think that at any times people are even having any thoughts and prayers at all for the victims of these countless mass shootings. It's insane that Europe is looking at us and thinking, wow, like they actually have to worry about their safety at school. I'm surprised that people aren't pulling out of public schools at this point. Like, you see the teachers, you see public teachers protesting because they're given way too much work to do, not enough time or especially money to handle it, and now they're having to deal with this shit on top of it. If I was a teacher, I would immediately quit and try to find new jobs. I would rather work minimum wage at McDonald's, because at least I know I won't be fucking shot. Like, I have very little respect for education majors, mostly because a lot of them tend to be people who didn't try all that much in college, just wanted to get a degree, happened to get a degree that fits happens to fit education, and just go right into it. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them happen to be like that. This is the controversial topics Drivecast. Okay, I get to say controversial things if I want, but a lot of people that go into education tend to have that sort of background. But at the same time, you also got to realize that these people, look, even if they're underqualified, even if they're underpaid, even if they're understaffed, you have to realize that these people are teaching the next generations of America. The same generation that's being constantly hooked on fucking Cocomelon, random Disney remakes that nobody cares about, and Elsagate videos, and Fortnite. Is this really how you want to be treating your future kids and current kids? Congratulations, you're going to be hooked on YouTube Kids for 24/7, while there's a chance of you getting a bullet to your head because Congress refuses to do anything about gun violence. And the most infuriating part, this Drivecast is probably being uploaded like a month after I'm recording this. Hell, I can upload this in the next season of the Chessbait Drivecast, which I could have done for all I care, and nothing would have changed. I'm hoping by the time this comes up that it ages poorly, because I'm sick and tired of constantly seeing different schools having to deal with people with guns that don't have good mental safety and with ass parents allowing this to happen. Like, I'm sorry that you have to earn your next paycheck, Jenny, but I'm sorry that but you have to notice that your child on Instagram is uploading gun pics and saying tomorrow, as if, the obvious is, fucking obvious is literally being written right on his social media account. Like, come on, dude. Like, what the fuck? I can't deal with this, guys. The last time I talked about gun violence, and especially school shootings, it happened because it happened near my home. And I didn't know how to deal with it because I didn't realize that, oh wow, the place that I can drive to in 15 minutes is not safe, because you can get shot up for being in school there. And at the same time, I'm starting to realize I have siblings in school. How am I supposed to worry? Like, I'm supposed to worry about them now, because shit's gonna go down. If I'm not careful, my high school might end up being another statistic in the giant Wikipedia list of school shootings. Yes, there's a Wikipedia list. Look it up. I've looked at it before, and it's depressing, seeing the countless number of schools being targets. What am I supposed to fucking do? If you guys know somebody, like anybody, who has any power to change this, because God knows, why am I saying God knows? No, everybody knows. I'm not even a YouTuber at this point. I'm just a student trying to freaking graduate college. I can call Congress all I want. They're not going to do shit. But, if you know somebody who is able to actually make a difference, spread the word. Get it out. Tell people. Change their minds. You think it might not be worth it, but think about the fact that, I don't know, man. Like, I just can't even get the words out at this point. Just consider the fact that you could have been in elementary school, and you could have been the person who needs to be in lockdown. Consider the fact that you could have been the person who's sitting in the corner of the classroom with the lights dark, and the guy comes in. What then? A lot of my viewers probably already graduated or are about to graduate. Do you really want that to be cut short just because some guy happens to come in on the last day of school? I mean, yes, we joke about wanting to die all the time, but it's a joke. It's meant to be a joke. it's never supposed to happen seriously. Because even though we're mentally unwell, we're well enough to know that dying is a joke. I mean, sometimes it isn't. But we can make jokes about death all the time and not have to, have other people actually die because of it. It's a sick joke that this country's becoming into. I'm sick and tired, dude. I mean, I've been sick and tired this entire season. Forget the Drivecast, I might as well call it the sick cast. The tired cast. Because not only am I sleep deprived, I'm tired of the bullshit that just keeps popping up in my newsfeed. And honestly, I miss the days when the worst headline that I used to see on the internet is this celebrity makes this racist remark. Because at least when racism happens, at least then, nobody's fucking dying over it. I mean, okay, that's not a lie. There was a time in U.S. history when racism did lead to deaths. But, light remarks, bad jokes in bad taste. I miss the days when Dave Chappelle used to be canceled, which, I mean, probably let's be really gets canceled all the time. But I miss the days when that used to be the only headline. And I used to be able to read it and think, oh, this joke's not the most offensive that he's ever done. He's getting canceled for this? He'll come back next week. He'll be fine. I miss the days when, someone made a offhand remark and that just happened to be the worst thing that happened that week. Why couldn't we just go back to those days? Instead of having to deal with, irresponsible people be given weapons that they shouldn't be having with not enough training and not enough forethought. You guys, I don't think you realize this. Even though I'm even though I'm years older than a lot of the people watching this video, you gotta realize. Sorry, what the fuck? You gotta realize, I'm still not fully mentally mature. And I know that because I rage quit a lot of games, very often. I mean, I also don't know grammar clearly, so I haven't matured, but I don't know what to do anymore. I just don't know what to fucking do anymore. I'm sick and tired of seeing, oh, this school shooting happened? Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. I went to my brother's graduation recently. You know what they said? In the middle of the fucking presentation. I'm so glad that you guys held strong. COVID couldn't stop you. I don't care, YouTube, if you demonetize me. I'm getting these words out. COVID couldn't stop you. Zoom couldn't stop you. And even with all the stuff that happened, we're so proud that you guys were able to graduate. And let's just give a minute for thoughts and prayers. If you're a lover of Jesus and all that, you gotta pray. We'll give a moment to pray. If you got some other beliefs, then feel like doing whatever you want. But let's just take this moment in silence and send our prayers out. No, don't send your fucking prayers out. How about you actually send the word out and tell people to do something about it? I'm tired of people sending thoughts and prayers. You know what thoughts and prayers is? It's a BoJack Horseman episode. A BoJack Horseman episode about people making fun of school shootings because they refuse to do anything about it. I'm done. I just can't, okay? I'm just absolutely done with immature buttfucks being allowed to have guns when they truly shouldn't be, and the repercussions of that being more children dying. When I said I wanted, when I said the population needs to be controlled, this is not what I fucking meant. What I meant was, COVID was supposed to be that. I mean, obviously it wasn't, and I'm glad that a lot of people survived that. But at the same time, if we're gonna kill off people, I feel like children are like the worst group to kill off, and we should be doing something about them. Like, the point of a parent is to protect their child. I didn't realize that it was to kill them by sending them to school and allowing them to be with fucking school shooters. I'm fucking done. I can't do this anymore. This has been Cheesebait, Chessbait. I don't care what the fuck you say. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.